Peace. Peace. Kevin L. of the House Thomas. Just wanted to talk to my family real quick about something that we got in common, and that's that 12 fingers or 12 digits, which they call polydactyl, and the tie to the other beings who were recorded as having polydactylism.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
What is it? And according to who? I saw this on Healthline. What is polydactyl? Lee. Polydactyl, Lee, is a condition in which a person is born with extra fingers or toes.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
The term comes from the Greek words for many, poly, and digits, dactylos, like pterodactyls. Right? There are several types of polydactyl. Most often, the extra digit grows next to the fifth finger or toe. Yeah, that's us next to the fifth finger.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
No extra toes. Polydactyl Lee tends to run in families. Run in families. They call that congenital. It may also result from genetic mutations or environmental causes, all of which is interesting. The usual treatment is surgery to remove the extra digit. Usually they take a string and tie it off, cut off the circulation of blood to it, and it dies. Also, from off of the health line, some fast facts that I saw that was interesting. One is the right hand and left foot are most commonly affected, right? But in our case, both hands. Hands are affected more often than feet, right? Polydactyly is twice as common among men. Among men, atom. It occurs in 1 in 1,000 births. 1 in 1,000, for your baby. 1 in 1,000, right? So the chances of it being me, my mom, my grandma, my sons, not all my sons, but two of my sons, right? And it's found more frequently in the Afri American population, right? We're going to get around to that.
Curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left. What manner of name is HUWA'AM? Irish? Cornish?
Moorish.
Occurring in 1 in 150 births, right? It occurs often. It's kind of like a marker, right?
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. It's serious because it's
Symptoms of polydactyly. Polydactyly causes a person to have extra fingers or toes on one or both of their hands or feet. The extra digit or digits may be complete and fully functional, partially formed with some bone, just a small mass of soft tissue called a nubbin. Yes, and that's what we had. Nubbins. Nubbins. Remember that word, nubbins?
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious because it's.
The nubbins. There are types of polydactyly. 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 Polydactyly most often occurs without other abnormalities. This is called isolated or non-syndromic polydactyly. Sometimes it is associated with another genetic condition. This is called syndromic polydactyly. Polydactyly. Isolated polydactyly. There are three types of isolated polydactyly, classified by the position of the extra digit. Postaxial polydactyly occurs on the outside of the hand or foot, where the fifth digit in the hand or where the fifth digit is. In the hand, this is called the ulnar side. Ulnar. This is the most common type of polydactyly. It's the one that we have. Then you have preaxial polydactyly. Occurs on the inside of the hand or foot, where the thumb or big toe is. In the hand, this is called the radial side. Ulnar and radial. Then you have central polydactyly. Occurs in the middle digits of the hand or foot. It's the least common type, right? Might have an extra middle finger. Then the health line goes on to say, as genetic technologies have advanced, right? Researchers have classified subtypes based on variations in the malformation and the genes involved. All right. It's talking about congenital. It runs in the family. Congenital, adjective, existing from birth. That's from 1796, from the Latin congenitus, born or produced together, from assimilated form of come, quote, together with, end quote, see con, or the prefix con, plus genitus, past participle of genere, to beget, from Proto-Indo-European root, gene, gene, give birth, beget. Right? It's passed down in the family. Nephlym was said to have the 6 fingers or 6 toes, the giants.
The monster Frankenstein. Get the fuck out of here.
The Nephlym. All right. The Nephlym. See that? See that? Fa, Yad, Lam, according to, you know what I mean, or Na, Pa, Lam, or Na, Pa, Yad, and Lam, Pil, Napil, Fil, File, right? You think they ain't studying when they just told you that they studying and researching. Genetics, phylogeny. Phylogeny, what is it? Let's take a real quick look. Dun, 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 dun. Let's look it up.
Phylogeny. Phylogeny. Phylogeny.
The evolutionary history of a kind of organism. The evolution of a genetically related group of organisms as distinguished from the development of the individual organism. 3. The history or course of the development of something, such as a word or custom. All right. Then you have phylogenetics. In biology, phylogenetics is the study of the evolutionary history and relationship among or within groups of organisms. These relationships are determined by phylogenetic inference methods that focus on observed heritable traits such as, DNA sequences, protein amino acid sequences, or morphology, right? An observed heritable trait is what polydactyly is. And they're studying that within phylogenetics, right? I think they got trees. Phylogenetic trees. Right? See how I get broken up? Bacteria, archaea, eukaryota, called the 3 life domains.
Right here, this shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
The tree is based on RNA genes. Right? Ribonucleic acids. Gonos. All this stuff go back to the gene and mothers and the beginning,
Just nigga, 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 nigga. You remember that?
the living genes. But phylogenetics, they studying. All right. And you saw that the artwork was already there. It was already inscribed in stone, cylinders.
Get the fuck out of here. Serious, I said it myself.
All right, you see how similar it look. Let's get on to the Naphylym. It's Strong's Concordance 5303. That's 115303. Or 56. Still 11. Because we're coming through a portal right now. The portal is one of my signs. But Nephilim, you see Nun, Fe, Yod, Lamed, right? Noun, masculine. And they have it as Nephil, Nephil. You know the eels, the Nephil. Definition is given as giants. It's also the name of two peoples, one before the flood and one after the flood. Noah before the flood telling everybody, yo, this place about the flood, 1212. Might check in pairs. Got words on the screen for hearing impaired. Yep.
Not deaf, nigga, deaf. You hit this shit twice, nigga, you can't hear shit.
From Naphal, right? Giants, the name of two peoples, one before the flood and one after the flood. And what did we say? Nun Fe Yad Lamed. Nun 50. Fe 80. That's 130. Yod is 10, 140. And Lamed is 30, 170. Breaks down to 8. That's that number. Vortex numbers. Vortex brothers. It's me and my brother. Vortex brothers. But the 88, it's on my breastplate right now. But I had to put the I left bet up so you could, you know what I mean, see the math in it as well as the characters. Alright? Because then you have Nun, Fe, Lamed. Nun, 50. Fe, 80. It's 130. Lamed, 30. It's 160. Which break down to 7. 7, 8, 9 is the gematria. As I'm telling my own story. Now fall, to fall, lie, abandon, allotted, anyone falls, apportioned. These are all nafal, nun fe lamed. Like used in Genesis 2:21. when cause the deep sleep to fall. It's something that comes down.
Just nigga. You remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing, nigga.
Cast down, collapse, and all the senses of falling, right? And being angry can also be a fallen state, right? Genesis 6:4 is where you first see Naphylym. And the word following Naphylym is Hayu, were, meaning existed, life, living. Hayu, Haya, Haya. We chanted life, right? So you see the Nephilim were on the earth in those days. Ha Nephilim Hayu Baris, Eris, the word for earth, right? Eretz, Eretz, Eretz. Get back to that too. You see the Zad, the Sadi. But Bayamim, in days, those days, Hahim, and also Wagam, after, Ahare, that, Keen, when, Asher, came in the sons of God. So when they came in those days, Bani Ha Elohim, right? Because you really got to go back and look at these characters and how the characters are explained. Because, pictures is worth 1,000 words, right? So these images is pictures condensed to give you 1,000 words, right? Because as you saw in English, they call it alphanumeric, right? In the Aramaic, in the Asheric, right? It'll just be the Aleph, Bet, right? Because they're the numbers too. And that's just reiterating what my spiritual father already told y'all. The letters are the numbers. Right? So Genesis 6:4, where they come in. And they show you Haya, Strong's number 1961. 17 again, it's also that 8, right? Haya, which is He, Yad, He, right? He is 5, so 5 twice with the Yad in the middle for 10, that's 20. The 2 that's inside. But these was living souls. These, what the Biblos calls Nephilim, right?
Parent race that is sometimes associated as giant.
That means they came and they went in until the daughters of men. That mean that they started having sex with the daughters of men, right? Which means at that time there was probably a change in blood types, right? Blood types is something that we're gonna get into, family, because we got that universal plasma, right? Six finger beings, 12 finger beings, you know what I mean? The descendants of 12 finger beings.
Giants, as they are described in the Old Testament. The name Rephaim, which literally means terrible ones, gives us an indication of the intimidating and fearsome nature of these individuals. As we delve into the passage of the Old Testament that speak of the Rephaim, we find that the context of these passages describes them as giants.
Or at the very least beings who had extra digits, who were polydactyl. And that trait goes through a lot of beings. Let's see. Let's just check out the Duck Duck Go gods. The Duck Duck Go gods. Ancient polydactyl people. You have a prehistoric culture honored people with extra fingers and toes. All right. As a remnant, maybe. Dakakoan, Shakoan. When you see them Cohens or the shoe Cohens, Cohens are the high priests. Kahons, Khans. The Khans. You know what I mean? When you talk about polydactylism or you do a search for polydactylism, the Anasazi and the Anakim come up. The Maya come up. Right?
Curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left. What manner of name is Hazim? Irish? Cornish?
Moorish.
Right? That's why I say them letters, that yod, that he, right, that you see within the sacred name and form. Yod he, Wahe, Yahuwah, right? It's a lot of science in that Yah. And then when you attach the Ma to it, right, you got Maya and you got Yama, right? The Yama are the Maya, right? See?
What?
This is a future people that was spoken about. The Yama, see? The Maya, see? Right? But they also have in common An, right? And An goes back to Shumerica. You know what I mean? Schumer. And those people. Our people. Right? It go back to An, Anu. An, the heavenly one. Right? In that culture. Right? In Tama Ray, it was Ray. Right? And everything was labeled in accordance to Ray. Just like in Schumer, everything was labeled according to N or An, right? And yeah, mixing occurred. Knowledge was exchanged. So had to stop separating this stuff, you mean, into the different names of houses, right? Different houses. The house of Enki, the house of Enlil, right? Iya. The house of Enki was, Iya. And there again you hear Ya, right? Iya is the official intelligence for the AI, you know what I mean? Artificial intelligence, right? Because Iya and Ya is within you. That's why it's in the sacred image. Tetragrammaton. Just pull up. See, now they give you all these rings. But we gonna come into it. We'll just do like this: Tetragrammaton as the form of a man. Yadi Wahi. Right? Let me go ahead and save that to photos, but see what I mean? Right there in your body. Your lower body, your spine, the shoulders, and the head. Right? And there were giants in those days. And they, they lived. Right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to kick it to you a little bit about polydactyls, polydactyly. You know what I mean? For all my 12 finger family, you know what I mean? Tribe members out there. And to talk about, you know what I mean, the Nephlym. I ain't gonna go too much into it because I'm just trying to get familiar with this thing. You know what I mean? Just trying to get familiar with it. That's all. Show my face, you know what I mean? So people don't think that I'm what's the word? A bot. Real flesh and blood and propria persona. Yeah. Until the next one. Peace.
And all that.